I've often said, chums, haven't I, that television really is far, far more fun behind the scenes than whatever you see on the screen. I told you the other day about the ongoing battle over at ITV, Lorraine Kelly, and of course the former Breakfast TV host Eamon Holmes, and how he basically spoke his mind to a national newspaper, and suddenly, well, there's nuclear reactions over in the ailing station that is, of course, ITV Good Morning Britain. But again, here's where it gets really interesting. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums, lovely to see you, and thank you as ever for taking the time out to join me. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. You know, it's difficult though, because when television becomes the news, then you've got a problem. And this is the problem now for the BBC. It's truly engulfing them because their flagship breakfast show, Breakfast Time or Breakfast News, whatever they call it, they say it's the most rated, watched breakfast TV show in the United Kingdom. I would think that's a little bit debatable. All channels are really struggling, and I don't mean that with glee. Over on Sky News, they've suddenly teamed two new people up. Wilfred Frost, who is the son of the brilliant and iconic broadcaster Sir David Frost, and a blonde lady called Sophie Ridge, very competent, very successful. Somebody over on Sky News, though, believes that it's far more welcoming if Wilfred didn't wear a tie. So he's got a suit on, but no tie. Now you might say, well, does it really matter? If you're inviting somebody into your room, your living room, your kitchen space, whatever, to watch and present to you, you expect them to look respectable. Wilfred, very competent, but in my opinion, doesn't feel totally at ease. But of course, television dictates. And the bottom line is, either you will curtail or you're fired. It's as simple as that. I mean, 100%. This is the problem now, really engulfing the BBC TV breakfast presenter, Nagga. Earlier this year, she was accused of bullying colleagues, etc. She refuted those allegations and basically said that, she's not like that at all. Sadly for Nagga, they've now, reached another fever pitch with more coming forward, again, allegedly. Now, the problem that you've got with that is, you see, you've got two presenters there, Charlie State and Nagga. Now, Nagga is very divisive, right? Obviously, she's very opinionated, but in some respects, that's what the programme requires. You want to get a reaction, you don't agree with everything, so that suddenly the audience on social media will say, how dare she was rude. The problem for Nagga, and this is the bigger issue, is if you remember, she mocked and laughed at the government minister, Robert Jenrick, for being surrounded by British flags. Remember that? And they found this hilarious, amongst many other faux pas, some people might say. Others might also point out that if other people did the very same things, they would have been removed from the position a long time ago. Then it emerged that Nagga herself was seemingly fed up with the BBC and started to root around rival channels like LBC and Sky. So where are they at now? Well, she's still on air, amazingly. One might have suggested with such negative PR and terrible headlines, she might have been rested on full pay. But this is the BBC. They currently now have no Director General, and of course their head of news, Deborah Turnus, has had to resign, all thanks to their incompetence in dealing with the fallout of the Doctored Panorama documentary and Newsnight regarding President Trump. And so many insiders believe that this particular latest bombshell, this shambles over at the BBC, will simply be forgotten, swept under the carpet, and more importantly, the true story will never come to light. All I can tell you is, I know exactly how difficult working in television can be, and it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. And people don't survive in those jobs at £300,000 and £450,000 a year by playing the shrinking violet. But right now, if you wanted to misbehave at the BBC, it could possibly be the right time, because quite frankly, they can't afford another scandal. And many insiders believe that's exactly what's truly going on. As ever, allegedly. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.